Greetings Berserkers, FiOth here, and today we were graced with a much anticipated patch for Khazan, supposedly here to fix trophy trouble, quality of life issues, and some other smaller and larger bugs. I will be going through what I deem was the most important stuff, and of course I will link the patch notes so you can read them at your leisure. It's a really long list of miscellaneous stuff that you might not even be interested in, but I will highlight what is important for your leisure. Before we get into the nitty-gritty, guys, please help me remedy this. A lot of people are watching the Khazan content, but they don't necessarily subscribe or hit the notifications bell. If you do those two things, it will make my content that easier to reach you and my life easier. Thank you so much for your consideration. Without any particular order, we're gonna start with the Codex. If you go in the Codex now, you will see these little icons right here on the right. These are the elemental weaknesses or resistances of every single enemy, and this appendix that I'm posting right now is the description by the devs themselves. If you see a symbol lit up, it means it is weak. If you see a shield around the symbol, it means it is strong against it. And if you see nothing, it means that it has standard elemental affinity towards that element. Very good, especially for people who are struggling with bosses and they need all the info they can get in order to overcome them. So if I go here to bosses, for example, you can see Aratra has high defenses against pretty much everything, immunity to poison, and standard affinity towards fire. Valerian is immune to all the elements but poison. The Blade Phantom is immune to everything but fire. It is super useful, especially for people getting into the game now and they want to know all there is to know about their opponents. A fantastic addition that I've been waiting for and didn't really hope they would include into the game. Another fantastic addition comes with the explanation of abilities for every single set in your gear menu. If you click the associated button at the bottom right, I'm using M and K right now to showcase more easily, but you will have a different button if you're using controller. You click that button and you actually get a mini video of the ability tied to this set right here in the gears menu. And this is amazing because you can create a relation between the gear you're using and what you're actually getting in the skill tree, because going back and forth is a bit confusing and can lead to lack of clarity. Amazing addition. This is great for understanding what we're building upon and will make build crafting that much easier with the tools that we're allowed. As we're in the gear section, jars will not be appearing as dismantling materials or augmenting materials anymore. You couldn't destroy them anyway, but they did it so they will not even show up to avoid creating confusion. That's quality of life, but it was right in front of me, so I might as well let you know. Another amazing addition has to do with the Smithy. Now you interact with him, go to craft sets, and sets have been categorized in relation to the weapon used, and every single one that is not tied to a weapon will be categorized as other. That doesn't mean that other includes the weak stuff, it's just stuff that is not tied to a specific weapon. This is fantastic because if you want to focus a build on a specific weapon, you can just go into this category and find what you want. For the Soul Eater that works with everything, it is listed in every single one of these menus, so you will not get confused thinking that I can see it here, I cannot see it there, what is the issue? This is great, I love it, fantastic addition. They also made it so for Khazan's memories and the Frona's upgrade of the Advocate Spirits, you will now get a notification that you can upgrade. You will see this little blinking icon here, and you can go into this menu and apply your upgrades for both Khazan's memories and the Spirit of Advocacy. You can now reset, reapply however you want. It is the same thing they did with the Soul Stones. Initially it was like you cannot undo this, but now you can undo this just fine. Choose what you want. The Spirit of Advocacy is pretty much useless anyway, but allowing them to bring this choice to people who might need a little extra help is amazing. Another interesting addition is the inclusion of numbers on health and stamina. You can see my health and stamina bars are just graphics. Now you can go into settings, accessibility, display health and stamina, and if you do this, you will also be getting numerical values showing exactly how much you have. This is good, especially if you want to compare builds, because it will allow you to see the metrics in numbers and compare what you had before and what you got after you implemented specific skill upgrades or random attributes to your armor. Really good. I had it on in my playthroughs of Neo like since day one. Having it on Khazan as well kinda takes me home, a warm and fuzzy feeling, and ultimately just more information if you don't feel like it will bog up your HUD too much. Last but not least, for all my fellow achievement hunters out there, they made it so you can now switch difficulty back and forth unless you're in the final mission. That means that in a new game plus cycle you can go back to normal, and that will not penalize you. You can actually get the hard journey achievement. They fixed an issue where the Hidden Laboratory and Undying Loyalty achievements would not pop for finishing the secondary missions, and you can now complete secondary missions in between gaming sessions, and they will all count, so you can get the Endless Tales trophy, and the summoning history of your Advocate Spirit will be reset. That means that after this patch goes live, you can just do the final boss once, defeat it, and if you haven't summoned a Spirit of Advocacy for that single fight, you will be netted this achievement. It was very confusing for many people. They might have just summoned once to see what that tooltip does, and they were penalized by not being able to get their achievement. In the new game plus cycle and beyond, of course, not summoning and finishing the game will net you the achievement as well. This has been it, my fellow Berserkers. The most important stuff in the latest patch. As I stated in the beginning of the vid, I have linked the information you will require if you wanna dig through them in the description for this vid. Again, a call to arms. If you enjoy this content, please subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, so the content I am making will be able to reach you. Very difficult the way YouTube is structured these days to get what we make to our viewer base, and if you do that, you'll make my life that much easier. Also, now that this patch is out, let me know if you would like me to do a proper platinum run on Khazan for the PlayStation 5 from start to finish. I was playing on the PC since I got the game, and everything I've done was on the PC client, so I have access to the PlayStation version of the game as well. Those streams did really well, and I would love to share some more excellent moments with you fine people. Type your ideas in the comment section, what weapon you would like me to use if we went about that merry business. And of course, until next time, be well, stay frosty, and always travel perfection. Cheers!